You are a worthless, friendless, faggot-lipped little piece of shit whose mommy left daddy when she figured out he wasn't Eugene O'Neill, and who is now weeping and slobbering all over my drum set like a fucking 9-year-old girl. So for the final father-fucking time, say it louder! I'm upset!
We were rehearsing in just miserable conditions. Our director would put us in rehearsal in pouring rain, literally dragging us through the mud.
They were forcing my feet to move. My parents pulled me from the studio, and I don't think really, to be honest, I ever recovered from that.
Even though, yes, there's abuse, that leads to the best product it can be. A film can change the world, it can change a life.
Collapse further back! Collapse like a little closer!
A healthy obsession in art comes from a search for a desire for excellence and dedication to improving one's skills.
Follow Serge! Lucas, get up! Follow her! Go get him!
It shows in one's commitment and dedication to the moment.
Her. Come collapse! And kiss her!
If I were to be a director, I would be obsessed, but in a way that it's healthy for me and for my crew.
Jump up and go run! Yes!
So if it's a passion that is driving you from within because you love something and you have joy and you want to grow, right? Like that it's a growth that is motivating you and that motivation is coming from you, then I think that's a positive form of, passion. But I think what flips it into negative, almost coercion in a way, is when it's imposed on you by somebody who has some sense of authority.
Yeah. But do you think that there's a line between healthy and unhealthy obsession in art?
I think for sure. I think you can even think like Shelley Duvall and Stanley Kubrick, like when they were doing The Shining, like his abuse to like her mental and physical health. I think that is the side of being obsessed with your project that is unhealthy and isn't thinking about the actor's livelihood.
Stanley Kubrick, he was notorious for being, rough on set.
How do you even say roll video?
No desperation. Oh, come on. What do you mean roll
2
video?
seconds.
We're killing ourselves out here and you're going to be ready.
I am too. I'm standing
So we
right
play
by
mood
the
music?
door. No, I
Yeah,
can't
but when you
hear.
came in like this, you said it is.
We're sitting there because they say, wait a minute.
However, he's one of the most passionate and honestly greatest filmmakers to ever live.
He wanted to take us places we could never have imagined, and so he imagined them for us. He is Stanley Kubrick.
Oftentimes he would disregard the safety and the mental health of his actors and actresses that he would work with.
Pulled all my hair. I pulled hunks of hair out on the windowsill. And the back got caught.
Major trim. Hunks of hair.
Oh, look.
Okay.
And that's when I believe that the line between abuse and passion is blurred, because they're always intertwining.
That unhealthy obsession, it crosses a line when it leads to harm.
What is it? Really? Why? I'm serious. Fucking A.
Whether oneself or to others.
I got kicked out of show business. Yeah, because I'm mean. Yeah. Yeah, you can't be mean and be in show business. No, they'll kick you out.
For example, I was in a show about life in the trenches in World War I, and our director would put us in rehearsal in pouring rain, forcing us to work through thunderstorms, literally dragging us through the mud. We were rehearsing in just miserable conditions so that we could understand the true nature of what we were performing. This obsession becomes problematic when that need for perfection, that obsession, begins to destroy relationships, health, and it blurs the line of what is ethical. Viewers, audiences, people in general love conflict. And obsession, particularly passionately obsessed artists, tend to have a lot of conflicts surrounding their art in their lives.
As a child, I was a school misfit.
We're captivated by the raw intensity and vulnerability that is present in their artwork. And when artists push themselves to that extreme as a result of their obsession, they often uncover these deep emotional truths or create something visceral that appeals far more to our emotions than to our intellectual brains. We seem to get it and we're drawn to it more.
I asked her about a rumour then strongly going the rounds that the meticulous Stanley Kubrick had made her do 127 takes of one of her scenes.
If it hadn't been for that, volley of ideas and sometimes butting of heads together, it wouldn't have come out as good as it did. And it also helps get the emotion up and the concentration up, because it builds up anger, actually, and you get more out of yourself. And he knew that, and he knew he was getting more out of me by doing that. So it was sort of like a game.
You'll get the best possible performance out of them, which is why so many people love these movies by obsessed artists, because they're made with so much passion and so much effort and so much talent.
But when you see something like The Shining, where you can realize that Shelley Duvall was actually going through legit torment on set by being ignored by the director and other such things, it adds more character, adds more heart to the movie, which makes the movie more enjoyable to watch.
There is a Japanese saying that goes, "The misfortune of others tastes like honey." These stories of obsession show us this universal theme: ambition equals distraction. And there's a reason we love watching these stories of the people who go to extremes to achieve greatness and pay a high price for it. It's schadenfreude, right? That experience of pleasure, joy, or self-satisfaction that comes from witnessing troubles, failures, pain, and suffering of another. When we see this artist's misfortune played out in these stories, like Black Swan, for example, it elicits pleasure because the audience now feels better about their personal identity and self-worth, knowing that in order to achieve what they wanted, they had to sacrifice and suffer. And we don't. It's kind of a mix of rivalry and justice-based pleasure. Like, it provides the audience with something very primal. Like, it makes us reflect on the value of sacrifice, the meaning of success, and that darker side of ambition. It fulfills our need to not feel alone in our disappointments, but to seek the comfort of being a part of a community of the obsessed.
50 pull-ups.
Nothing is normal, natural.
I earned that part.
I didn't know that I was capable of being happy right now, but you showed me how. I didn't know that you were right in front of me until I looked up. You make me wanna cry in a good way. You make me